Hey YouTube, it's Weird Paw. I recently performed at a party in New York City where I met Richard Lorber of the film releasing company Kino Lorber. He told me that he enjoyed my performance, and he said that I could have some Kino Lorber DVDs and Blu-rays sent to me, so I picked out some. Here's my box of movies from Kino Lorber. Let's see what I got. The first thing I picked was the OSS 117 5-film collection, which had been on my wish list since it came out. The OSS 117 spy character was created 4 years before James Bond. I had no idea that 117 predated 007. I wonder if Ian Fleming based James Bond's number on it. These movies were released between 1963 and 1968, after the success of the James Bond movie Dr. No. And the first two star Kerwin Matthews, who'd starred in the seventh voyage of Sinbad 5 years earlier. I've been waiting to see these movies for a long time, and until this release, they were not easy to obtain. The next thing I picked was the Fantomas 3-film collection. Fantomas was a character in a French series of books created in 1911. He's a serial killer, a master of disguise, and a criminal mastermind. In some ways, he could be compared to everyone's favorite psychopath, the Joker. These colorful French films were made between 1964 and 1967, and they're similar to spy films. I am excited to see these. Up until now, they had never even been released on home video in the US. Next, I picked two movies by one of my favorite directors, Jess Franco. He directed almost 200 movies between 1959 and 2013, the year that he died. I admire him because no matter how little money or resources he had, he was constantly working to get his visions filmed. And he wrote the scripts and composed the music for many of his films as well. I've seen 107 of his movies, and I have 44 of them on DVD. I'm excited to be able to add 2 more on Blu-ray to my collection. I got Attack of the Robots, a 1966 combination spy and sci-fi movie that had a decent budget, and the 1972 low-budget adults-only vampire movie Daughter of Dracula. Ooh, how kinky. These 2 movies are about as different as you can get, but they do have one thing in common, at least in my case. In order to see these movies, back in the 90s, I had to trade for VHS bootlegs that were very poor quality. That's all we had back then because they'd never come out on home video. Kino Lorber also threw in a couple of other DVDs for me that have a VHS theme. I got Computer Chess, a 2013 fictional comedy about software programmers that takes place in the early 80s. Does this multicolor rainbow stripe on the cover look familiar to anyone? Yep, it was used 5 years later on the cover art of the Weird Paul documentary Will Work for Views. And finally, and this is a great one, I got the 2010 documentary Winnebago Man. Many of you have probably seen Jack Revney on YouTube and the viral videos of him in the 80s as an RV salesman.
I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me.
If you haven't seen this, you gotta check it out, if for no other reason because the filmmakers were able to track him down and find him. Many, many thanks to Richard Lorber and Reed Rossman at Kino Lorber for sending me these DVDs and Blu-rays. It really made my day. And you can check out all the cool movies they have. The link to their website is down below in the video description. I'll see you soon with more memories. Thanks, YouTube.
I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me.